What's up, fellas? It's Ken Sr. How you doing? Good morning. It's 8 o'clock. Just got out of the gym, got a killer workout, and I wanted to share my recent experience with you guys. August 26th of 91 was the last time I drank any alcohol or did drugs, and I since then have used caffeine as a crutch. It's almost encouraged in the rooms that everybody's drinking coffee and it's a social thing. And after 30 years, drinking 2 cups in the morning ended up turning into 2 cups in the morning before I go to the gym, an energy drink on the way to the gym, an energy drink after the gym. Then I was drinking Diet Cokes, which is like drinking a cup of coffee anyways, 2, sometimes 3 or 4 of them. So equivalent to 8 to 10 cups of coffee a day. And then I added nicotine in with that. I was recreationally smoking cigars just at events and that kind of stuff to relax with friends. And that ended up being a daily thing. I quit for a year and then I relapsed right before Americade because I was really stressed out trying to get the transporter ready. And there's so many pieces of the puzzle of winning the Showstopper Award with all the factory teams being there. That was a superhuman effort. But anyways, so I bought a bunch of cigars, a case of cigars, and I smoked them for like 2 months and quit right around, 5 weeks ago. I was having trouble sleeping, and I went to the sleep study thing. And never once did they ask me, how much nicotine or caffeine are you doing? They just gave you the CPAP machine and put it on your face, and which sucked, and I couldn't tolerate it. I couldn't sleep with it on. And they're talking about implanting a device in your chest so you don't have sleep apnea, which can give you serious complications, basically when you stop breathing when you're sleeping. So never once did anybody, the doctor or anybody, ask me, how much caffeine and nicotine are you consuming? So you've heard the saying, physician, heal thyself. I did a little research on caffeine, and it has a 12-hour shelf life. What that means is, or half-life, which means if you drink the equivalent of 8 cups of coffee by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, by 3 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be like you had 4 cups of coffee. So I don't think I ever really came down off of caffeine once for 30 years because I was drinking as soon as I got out of bed in the morning, pretty much all day, and I would drink Diet Cokes in the evening. So it was rough, man. I won't lie to you. It was I had a splitting headache. I went to the sleep study, and I left there kind of hopeless at like 2 in the morning, and I couldn't sleep. And I said, and on the way there, I'd smoked a cigar. I had half a cigar left, so I threw it out the window, and I said, no one ever asked me, but I think my inner physician, physician heal thyself, knew that I was lying to myself, that I was the problem. So I quit 100% cold turkey, smoking cigars and caffeine and nicotine. Had a headache, no other really symptoms other than that, than feeling lethargic and sleepy. And I got some good sleep. The last 6 weeks I've been averaging like 7 hours of sleep a night, where before I was waking up like 5 or 6 times and might have had 4 to 6 hours, but it was tumultuous sleep, and I wasn't dreaming. I hadn't dreamt it really in years, and I've been dreaming every night, which means I'm getting into a sleep mode called REM, which is deep sleep, and that's when your muscles repair themselves. And I just left the gym, and that's what inspired me to have this talk with you guys, because the first 2 or 3 weeks were pretty rough. Week 4, I was feeling good and normal. Week 5, and this Saturday, tomorrow will be 6 weeks. Man, I'm thinking clearer. I have way more energy than I did when I was pounding the equivalent of 8 cups of coffee every day, and sodas and coffee and energy drinks. Those energy drinks have some nasty stuff in them too, taurine and all kinds of nasty shit. Won't name any brands here. Some of them are sponsors in our industry, but the shit's really no good for you, man. So I am 100% off all that stuff and energy drinks, and and I was doing it as a crutch because I was so tired, and I was tired because I wasn't sleeping well. Now that I'm sleeping well, I'm not as tired, and my energy level in the last week has been excellent. And in the gym, 4 days a week I go to the gym, minimum, sometimes 5. Now, and I've cut back a little bit on my gym schedule. I'm going 4 days instead of 5, and resting a little bit more, and my strength and my stamina has gone up considerably. I do every workout. I do 100 push-ups, 2 sets of 50. I do 100 sit-ups. I do 60 tri dips. I do 100 squats. I do a 100-second plank, and I do 60 pull-ups, which is pretty hard when you weigh almost 220, 215. I've lost a little bit of weight, so like 215. That's a lot of weight to lift. So I do 4 sets of 15, and I break that up into 2 sets. And I also, Monday I do chest and tri, Tuesday I do back and bi, Thursday I do shoulders and calves, and then Friday I'll do legs. And then if I do a 5-day workout, I'll do arms the next day. But every day I do that, I also do my body weight exercise, which is important. I'm gonna be 60 years old pretty soon here in April, so I feel blessed to feel what I found is a solution for me, which is hey, us motorcyclists are different, man. I did a little research like this morning on the way to the gym. AMA says 4% of the people in the world today actually ride a motorcycle in the USA. 4%. So we're already, almost in the 1 percentile. We're in the 4 percentile. So we're thrill seekers. So us thrill seekers, I think if we did a study of that 4%, I would bet a lot more, double the national average of us thrill seekers, us motorcyclists, are using alcohol, drugs, and or nicotine, caffeine, because we want that thrill. We want that immediate satisfaction, gratification, and we are, if we're racing, we're chasing points, or we're just really involved in the motorcycling scene, we want to be awake for all of it. And I'm here to tell you, man, using the crutches like I was is no solution. And what happens is after 30 years of doing the same thing, it doesn't even work anymore. It doesn't keep you, all you're doing is maintaining. It's the same thing with alcohol. Alcoholism, slippery slope. Drug abuse starts off recreational. We're just partying. Next thing you know, you're a freaking addict, and that ends up in 3 places: jail, death, or institutions. And I've seen it with with my father, my cousin Joey. They both died of alcoholism, drug addiction, and buried a lot of friends because of this. They call it a disease, man. It's a bad decision, really, to go down that path. And every decision has consequences. And I'm here to tell you, if you make some good decisions like staying sober and doing the right thing, good things will happen for you and countless others. You can have an impact on a lot of people. So just spoke to one of my friends, Tim from Wisconsin, yesterday. One of the viewers in the channel who sent me some pictures of his KX250, which I'm going to do a video on. And he's on disability. He's not working right now because he got hurt, but he's focusing on his ability to do things like restore the nicest looking KX250 I've ever seen. What do you see this thing? So don't focus on the negatives in life. Don't focus on your disability, whatever that may be, or whatever you think handicap. It's not the guy with the most talent that wins. It's the one that's going to work the hardest and hustle on the daily and make good decisions that compound themselves over the course of time, over 30 years. With your physical condition, you don't have to be a freak and go to the gym 2 hours a day. I'm in there 30 minimum to 45 an hour tops, and that's only 4 days a week. So pretty much more than every other, the 7 days in a week. So more than 50% of the time, I'm doing the right thing. 4 out of 7 days, and every day I do the right thing when it comes to alcohol and drugs, which is I just don't do it, and I do the right thing. I work hard every day and leave the results in God's hands, because there are acts of God's that can cause diseases and stuff that you have no control over, maybe some genetic whatever. But don't focus on the negative. Focus on the positive in your abilities and do the best you can. It's kind of like our job here on earth, to find God's will for ourselves and where we want to go, where He wants us to go, and hopefully it's in line with His will. And if everything works out on the way there, then it is. So just leave the results in His hands. Do the next right thing. No one's told you today. I love you all. I gotta get in. We got a crazy day today. I just wanted to share this little inspiration of hope and a little wisdom I've gained from making a bunch of shitty decisions on the way, and then reversing them and seeing what the consequences are doing good things. Sometimes we learn the best by our mistakes, and 30 years of caffeine and energy drinks was a freaking big mistake. I don't know what the long-term effects of the body are, but I'm sure it didn't do me any good. But in 6 weeks, the body's a miracle. You can snap your leg in half and it'll recover. You can break your back as long as you don't cut your spinal cord, and it'll heal. I've broken a lot of bones riding bikes over the years. You'll heal, and bad things you may have been or are doing to your body, if you stop, it immediately starts healing itself. It's an amazing, God's in every one of us. I love you all. Have a great day. God bless America.